You were just telling me that your dad was my teacher.
Yeah, so my dad was...
Had no idea.
Yeah? Because you thought I was coming from Hammanskraal. Should have you known that I was coming from Mafikeng, which is also your hometown, something that I learned this morning. I mean, yeah, probably you would have known that my dad was your teacher.
Mr. Mulongana, shout out to Mr. Mulongana. I'm still a good girl.
I can't do no small talk, no small talk. I'm not with the small talk. Can't be with the small talk.
Alrighty, he is known for his online viral videos, Boyz In Heels, South Africa, and also known for making education fashionable and making us look bad in front of our parents. His name is Lebo Molax,
So it's
aka Lebo Molax.
It is Lebo Molax with a degree and Lebo Molax without a degree.
Let me say it properly. Welcome to the show, Lebo Molax.
There we go. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. How are you doing, Masego?
I'm fantastic, thank you. Welcome to the show again. I want to say to you, I've been thinking you from Pretoria. Mm-hmm. I've been thinking you from Hammanskraal. And I'm so sorry.
There's no way that you could think that I'm from Hammanskraal. What made you think that I'm from Hammanskraal?
Because otlabuya sipedinyana ka mogare.
Ow, Sipedi. Or ke Sepitorinyana maybe.
Sipito.
Sure ke Sepitorinyana. Ow, mare chome le Sepitoro ka skremo atrage vile mo social my moms. But nonetheless, ke tswa ko Mafikeng. So ke Motswana tota wa mama setsanyana kwa ko bokone bophirima. Mo toropo kgolo, the city of Muff Town. I'm not sure if it's a city, but yeah.
Yes, it's a small town, it's a small city, it's still a city.
It is a city. I mean, it's the capital city of the Northwest after all.
Got you. Let's talk about you then. Where you grew up, being from Muntsiwa, a lot of people obviously don't know Muntsiwa, but if we know Bukespanyo West and Double HP, we will know what Muntsiwa is.
Yes,
Just tell me, how was it like growing up as Lebo Molax?
All right, so I am George Molaolwa. And during the week, please, you are welcome to call me George the geologist. And on weekend and after hours, I am Lebo Molax, with emphasis of Molax.
Okay.
If you do have that degree, but if not, Lebo Molax. So, Lebo, let me start with Lebo.
I'm offended.
Lebo comes from Molebogeng, which is the full name of Molebogeng. And Molax is a short of Malaula, which is my surname. So Lebo Molax, that's a brand name.
Yeah.
And Lebo Molax started being famous, let me say, maybe just on my first year at university, which was 2011. So I've always been that academic girl, but yet I liked the streets, hosting, emceeing, partying, being the social butterfly.
Yes.
Which obviously brought me to where I am today, being that public figure where I host events, where I MC, I perform with Boyz In Heels, I DJ, and etc. Generally entertaining. And of course, like you said, with my social media, that is, where I obviously create content that goes viral, speaking Setswana, advising people, making jokes, being fun and being myself. And that is exactly what people love about me. So I was born and bred in the Northwest, Mafikeng, like we've said.
Yeah.
And I moved to Rustenburg for a few years. And then I went back to Mafikeng, where I completed my matric at St. Mary's Secondary School, which is a Catholic school.
Yes.
Then there was 2010, where I completed my matric. So obviously, ke kgoletse ko Mafikeng, and ko Mafikeng as a homosexual, ke batho ke Batswana, ke batho ba le ba ileng gore ga ba tlhaloganye, they don't understand these things.
I wanted to ask
so I was
you
one of those
that.
people that really had to sort of like pave way for those who are coming up to me because of my confidence, because of what I believed in, and because obviously I really did not need validation from anyone. So my confidence was just contagious. People like me for being me and for being real.
Yes.
And I think that is also one thing that contributed to being who I am today, because people still respect me. You know what? We don't know the fake part of you. We don't know. You've never acted to be somebody that you're not. So honestly, we love the fact that you've been yourself, and we're fallen in love with the process, with your growth, with your progress in life, because today we're able to say we know where you come from and we are proud to see where you are today.
You're literally the same Lebo on social media, the same Lebo that you will meet at the mall, the same Lebo that is talking right now, and it is what it is.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So let's then go to your education level. You were just telling me that your dad was my teacher.
Yeah, so my dad was...
Had no idea.
Yeah. Because you thought I was coming from Hammanskraal. Should have you known that I was coming from Mafikeng, which is also your hometown, something that I learned this morning. I mean, yeah, probably you would have known that my dad was your teacher.
Mr. Mulongwana, shout out to Mr. Mulongwana. I'm still a good girl. Is it the reason why you love education so much that your parents also, your father was a teacher, is a teacher, still a teacher?
Still a teacher.
Yes. Is it
partly that? So from my hometown, right? I'm going to talk about my hometown necessarily, not even just my family. I grew up in a location, Elongkhore. People are not so exposed and they don't have so much resources and opportunities to go to university. True. Literally, I can count people that have went to university from 3 streets from where I stay.
It's so big.
That's how big it is. So I must say that, first of all, I'm proud to be a first generation student. First generation student meaning I'm the first of the young generation to go to university and to break, I won't call it a curse, but that chain where, everyone had to go from matric, and once you have matric from Muntiwa, that's the highest you could go. It does. Yeah, well, at the time when you have matric, that was the best that you can do. Then from there you work retail, or you go to mining, or you go wherever and you start working. And not because, also besides resources, also because finances and situation at home, because you needed to take care of your family. So how if you look matric, your mother would tell you, now you need to go work and make money.
Go hustle for us.
Go hustle for us, So now I was so lucky that both my parents sat me down and said, look, you are different. You're a different breed. And look, this is where it starts. You go to varsity and you do not stop until you feel like it. Because when I went on to my second honors, one would have said, why do you do second honors? You already have one.
Yes.
But my mom said, you want the third one?
Do
Go
it, baby.
For it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So my dad is a teacher, and obviously he believes in academics. He believes in natural wisdom. He believes in just educating one another, because that's what he does as an educator. So obviously he said, do you understand the dignity that would come to my family if they find out that I've got a child that has masters in geoscience? So please make sure, not just for you, but for us as well. So, and like I said, my mom has always been supportive from day one. So whatever that I wanted, even for me to study geology, which is something I'll get into.
Yes.
My mom said, no, go for something very simple. Go for something very simple. You don't have to get
I would have thought performing arts.
I wanted to do drama.
I would have, I see you and I'm like, I'd see you in an arts school and doing so well. Why geology?
Great. 2 reasons. 3 reasons actually. I just thought of one now. 3 reasons. 1, I am brilliant enough.
Yes, of course, doll.
I had what it takes.
Yes.
So why do something? I don't want to say actually. I don't want to put it in a way that is sort of like looking down on those who are studying drama. I want to put it in a nice way. If you do have the brains, if you do have the ability, do you have the means and the resources to study geology, and yes, by choice you want to do drama, why not go for geology? Because then there are great opportunities there. It was at the time, it was really a scarce career, and I mean that's why where that is where gold is. We need geologists to know where Gauta is so that we can get the gold. Yes. So you understand that profession was so unique and it came with so much respect and dignity and all that. So I'm like, why not? Let me be a different one. Why? Queer community is known to be in the entertainment industry. They're known to be fashion designers, presenters, actors, musicians. You mentioned that. So I said, no, man, let me do something different. How about I become a scientist, and yet I am that queer person? And look, I've got the talent, I've got the passion for entertainment, and I'll push both of them at the same time. And that's exactly what I'm doing.
I can relate with you. I mean, I did IT, and people always ask me, why did you do IT? I would have thought radio. I'm like, I can't explain. But at that time, it made sense to me. It still makes sense to me right now, but it'll never make sense to you. I understand that. Correct. Then now, Boyz In Heels, South Africa, since we mentioned the core community. Boyz In Heels, South Africa, how did it come about? You, the founder, of course, an ambassador for that. You guys are always wearing heels. Yeah. And I'm just like, you didn't wear
I'm wearing Cotta heels, baby.
And I mean...
those are heels.
Right. You wear heels the size
7 inch.
Yes.
And it's like what 0.2
and you
inches.
you literally dance in heels. So these for you are slippers. Of course.
Flats.
Yes. So how did that come about, and how many times did you practice to dance in heels?
So I've always loved heels from a very young age.
Yes.
Trust you me, before Boyz In Heels, I feel like I've always been a lover of heels. And my parents, my granny, one day found 4 pairs of heels in my wardrobe that were hidden because at home they did not know that I own pairs of heels. So what I would do, I would take a bag, wear my techies or my sneakers, walk out and say, guys, I'm coming, I'm going out with friends, I'll see you guys later. And when I get to the streets, I'm rocking heels.
Hi.
So one time I got home, and when I got home, my parents, my mom and my granny were sitting in the dining room, and they had opened that bag where I hide my heels, and they had to sit me down and say, you don't need to explain, but also we're not happy that you're hiding them.
Why, sorry to disturb you, why did they say you don't need to explain? Did they know?
So when I was young, I did not understand, how do I put this? I grew up people calling me gay. But I think because at the time it had to come across as something bad, I did not accept it.
Oh, because there was a stigma around.
So there was a stigma around the term.
Okay. Yes. And also they're using
it's a derogatory.
Yes,
because they want to use it to it's in a harmful way. They want to break you. They want to demean you. They want to mock you. So it was not a nice word. So everybody, even if I knew I was, but because of how people perceived you after using the word, that is what I had a problem with. So I think the longest of the time I was in denial of my sexuality because of how the community and my peers would call me and what that meant for them. So they were not meaning, it was not supposed to be something. It was not supposed to be meant. How do I put it? Ooh, hey.
It was not supposed to be something good,
positive, nice,
yes,
encouraging, beautiful.
It had to be.
It was a complete
no,
opposite.
you're a black
You don't
sheep.
belong.
You don't belong.
It's a taboo.
Yes.
You have no space. Yeah, exactly that. So nonetheless, fast forward. So I always had that problem of identity, but I was myself. So a mother knows. A grandmother knows. So I was trying to hide from them so much that I had to hide my heels, but they were like,
knew.
No, babes, you don't. But here's the question. How did they eventually know? Because I did not wear them at home. I was only wearing them in the streets.
I think that
somebody saw me in the streets rocking the heels. And they were like, Mother, are you aware that your child is a queen? I used to be called Lebo Molax during my time. Let me tell you. So Lebo Molax is just something recent. I was called Matos. So gays from the northwest, they still call me Matos.
Even now.
So there was a place called Mabana,
of course, yes.
KB
Mutsilinyani used to go there.
Vibes, the Expo Mega City. And I would wear my heels and I would go there and I would rock. I remember Lene, KB Mutsilinyani, Kilampisa Mustaging Kajava Lene, but nonetheless, so parents found out and then they obviously had to do their research on wana o orala di hili. We get di hili tse o di tsaya kae ke tsa gama. Until then, ka bona ba search my room and they came across this bag and then they saw the 4 pairs and I was so embarrassed. But luckily enough, like I said, they were there to encourage me and they were there to comfort me and they were there to tell me it's okay to be yourself. Don't hide them. We accept, we know. Be you, do you, for you. Those were the words from my mother and her mom, which was my grandmother. Things changed from there. Then I would comfortably walk into the store, buy a pair of heels, the best that I like.
Have a collection.
Care about the price. I wouldn't even ask the price. If I like, I'm like, I like this one. But 1 million carry swipe away. So then that's where it started. And obviously now in 2014, go Bloemfontein, able to start a movement and also a culture, Boyz In Heels.
Okay.
We started off as a performing trio.
Okay.
But then obviously people wanted an event. So by popular demand, we started hosting Boyz In Heels events.
Oh.
And Boyz In Heels events was obviously a gender swap event. The whole concept was a gender swap event. Ladies would come in ties and techies. And guys would come in heels. That was the whole concept. So we had lesbian ladies who would come in ties and obviously flats, and then we would have guys wearing heels.
Yes.
Just a gender swap concept. And obviously this is also to show, number one, accommodation and tolerance of the LGBTI community. And number 2, just to obviously have a feel of being in heels. How does it feel for a lady if they're in heels? And as a woman, maybe how does it feel to look so masculine and, look so dominant?
Yes.
Exactly that. And it went on and on. We started hosting Jozi Boyz In Heels, Free State Boyz In Heels, Cape Town Boyz In Heels, Durban Boyz In Heels, Northwest Boyz In Heels. So now we're hosting in each province. We are still hosting Boyz In Heels today. I am the ambassador. I'm still the founder. And obviously, I need to rock heels wherever I go because that is what people know me. It's my signature. That is what people know me of. And we do have plans, of course, aligned because we've got our next Boyz In Heels event, which is in Durban on the 29th of June. And then followed by that will probably be the Northwest one. And then followed by that will be the Cape Town ETC. So, yeah.
That's how Boyz In Heels were born. I was asking myself, and because now you from the Northwest and then you studied in the University of Free State, did you just decide to pick?
Can I be honest
Free
with
State,
you?
or?
University of the Free State, out of all universities you could think of in South Africa, was the first to say, we accept you based on your final results. So there was contingent on your final results. So it was a provisional acceptance. We provisionally accept you. So meaning already here's a student number for you. If your results are good enough, you've got space here. That was encouraging.
And then you decided to obviously.
I mean, knowing that I'm in matric, I haven't completed my matric. Mind you, we are applying Kaboma June, July. You know that, right? And already there's an institution that's saying, yay, we got you. Here's a student number for you, even for reference sake. All that you need to do is to work hard and qualify. Then you've got space in our institution. That on its own, I find it as a positive response, and I think it's encouraging for learners. So if they would keep that up, they would get more students every year.
That's nice.
But yeah, other universities were like, please try again next year.
Yeah, come January.
January. Baba, you love about no. Ga gona space. Na ko tengwe apply ka di results tse le gore ba bona re ngwana o tsama ka di level 7, level 6. I mean, at that time, it's level 7, level 6.
Yes.
Ke eng e we doubtang gore motho a ka pasa. But UFS said, we see potential in you, and we do believe that you're going to pass at the marks that we need you to. And guess what? You're already on our list. So that's how I got to choose UFS. It was not by choice, honestly speaking. It is not like I really wanted to go there. I was so hungry for it. I would have went anywhere. UP, UCT, TUT. You know, you mentioned
Wits University.
Wits University. But UFS was that institution that said, yes.
Okay.
We have you. Tap.
What happened? The walk, the heels. I love it, by the way.
Yeah.
I think even when you're having a bad day, there's a video of you in a convertible and you come out, you speak, and you're like, Likai Baloi.
Yes.
And then you start doing this and then you walk in again. And it just shows that sometimes even if you're having a bad day, there's somebody there like just being themselves and having fun in life, and life is not that much. Just be yourself, have fun, and it's not that serious. Tell me, how did that walk come about?
So when you are in heels, people would believe that you need to catwalk, have your posture right.
Yes.
Have your
Beyonce.
broad shoulders, long neck.
Yes.
And walkable tall and be fabulous.
Baby.
Yeah. And I said, ish, man, why are we following norms? Can't we come up with something different? You can be in heels and walk the Molax walk. Tap your head, shake your booty, shake your hips, and move like you don't want to.
Okay.
That's the whole idea. But anyway, more than anything, it is just to obviously make your day.
Oh.
You know, my content is all about fun. It's all about inspiration. It's all about energy. And it's all about inspiration. So if you're really having a bad day, go into my socials. I know you'll get something that'll just make you smile. You'll forget about all your problems, and you'll remember that sometimes simplicity is the best. Let go of things. Stop being fussy. Stop being strict. Stop being so serious. Let loose and laugh a little bit. So that is exactly what my content is about. So that video, Walk Like Molax, tap the head, honey.
I'm going to do it for you.
It's exactly that moment. You know what? Do I have a headache? Oh no, I don't need a grandpa, honey.
Yeah, I have to pat my weed.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Your impact in the entertainment industry. I mean, we are in the digital space. Most of the times when you trend in the digital space, you still have to take it to the television, to the radio space, and make it like this transition. So, make it transition to each other. How is it like for you? And where are you right now? Do you plan to go bigger than where you are right now?
So, firstly, I'd like to take a step backwards. I think you asked me about my academics earlier on, and I don't think I tapped into detail So, like I said, I think I've got two personas. One is George the geologist, which is a professional somebody. Somebody who went to varsity, somebody who is a 4 times geoscience graduate with Master of Science being the highest qualification, and somebody who has a professional world, in that regard. And then we have Lebo Molax, who I believe the reason we are here today.
Yes.
The reason we are here today is because of Lebo Molax.
I'm a fan of Lebo Molax.
Thank you. So I went to varsity in 2011, right?
Yes.
Got my first BSc degree, which was in geology. Got my second degree, which is BSc in geology, but that was an honors degree where I specialized in mineralogy. My third BSc is geology honors degree where I specialized in groundwater. Now the qualification is hydrogeology. And then the fourth degree, which is counter.
Okay, let me stand. Standing ovation. Standing ovation.
So the fourth qualification, which is now Master in Science and Hydrogeology, being the highest degree. When we were walking up here, you were asking me about PhDs and other stuff.
I was like, you're making us look bad.
Go. Marhan kanna le yone maybe in the khate kholo khateng education ga e golelwe kana ka Setswana e bue focus Setswana motswana wena thuto ga e golelwe. Yes. So re tla kry PhD ka 60 years. So obviously after varsity I started working practicing as a geology/hydrogeology, registered with the Professional Body of Scientists, which is SECNESP, and I was also a president of GSSA, which is Geology Student Association in the University of the Free State. And in fact, that was created by me. I came up with that concept. I came up with that movement. And that is how I got to be the president, because we did not have a student association for geologists. Yes. And then sharp. Fetsa skolo, ngwana a bereka, ngwana bona ma-ching-ching, ngwana bona life e fabulous. I started working at events as an MC, free of charge.
Free of charge.
Where am I in the industry and where I am going? This was about, I think this was about 2014, 2015. Okay. I had already gotten, I think I had my 2 degrees at that time. Okay. So, I was so relevant. I was
in the corporate space, you flourishing.
Degrees, independent, inspirational. Then, when you get a booking and they're like, hey, I'll do it for free. I worked with your Piltusi, I worked with your Babes Waduma at the time, I worked with your Somizis at the time, I worked with your Kilukumalos, I worked with your Fit Cook and Mahuta, I've worked with...
And you still were doing that for free?
Pro bono.
Damn,
pro bono.
my guy.
And when I'm saying I'm working with them, I'm not saying they were hiring me or they were booking me. I'm saying I was in the stage with them. I would be an MC with them. And nobody would know how I got compensated. Or even if I did eventually get compensated.
Would you say, is it because of you were already successful in the corporate space and you already had 2 degrees?
Can I be honest with you?
And you didn't give a damn. You were just listen, I
can be honest with you. That's exactly what was happening. There is power in independence. And if you are independent and you do something because you are passionate, you're not doing it for money, it brings a lot of reward. I got my first gig that paid me, I don't even want to mention the amount, but for me it was, what the hell?
Did they offer you?
They offered me that amount. I didn't. Remember, I was doing this for free. I didn't even know how much to, I didn't even know what to charge.
It was so easy.
So said, at the time, we were just friends, but
so you were just like, okay,
I did not know how much to charge until this person saw me at an event that I was emceeing for free in Bloemfontein, and their event was in Klerksdorp, and they came right up to my face and said, I am hosting an event next month and I definitely want you as my MC, and
I'm going to pay you this much.
And I'm like, And I'm like, okay. But I was able to hire myself a car to that event, got some luxury hospitality, and I rocked the event as per the expectation. But all that I'm getting to is my journey might be different from someone else's journey. But my journey, I'm happy that I was independent at a young age, because then I had to explore and do certain things, not expecting anything in return. And that had worked in my advantage, because then I got to be exposed. And then by the time I started charging, I could eat it 5,000. I could eat it 97,000. No.
Say
because
what?
97,000 Nikira for free.
5 who?
Hey, 5 what? 5 where? 5 how? Excuse me? What? What is that? Who? 5? What? What? Bread? Petrol? No, come on. Hey.
I have a car, darling. I have a house.
I've got, yay!
I got an email.
I've got
makeup?
I have a choice of sitting in my home and opening my laptop and doing a hydrogeological report. Remember that?
Yeah.
So if you want to book me, remember that I've got a choice of saying, I can be at home, open my laptop and start doing some desktop study and work, and know that geology will pay me. So if I have to stop that,
you really have to reimburse.
It has to be worth it. And that's how now I started charging at the time. And not I if I 2-3 years grace time. Show me literally for 3 years. Like it went on and on. I promised the payments. Create a WhatsApp group, everyone fighting. We didn't get our payments. But Lebo Molax, you know what? If I am gonna get it, then yeah. But if not,
it is still fine.
Still fine. So I think that is exactly what it is. And then today, obviously, I'm hosting big events. Your Makufes, your Mahiking, where we have over 15,000 attending at the same time. I can still handle that crowd. And then obviously small projects, which is your small events, your clubs, your parties, your weddings, your birthday celebrations. I'm still hosting that. Your graduations, of course. Like we are hosting the national graduation party, on the 25th of May. Yes, in certain. But it's exactly that. So what I'm doing in the moment, hosting, emceeing, that is exactly my key point. And then my performances obviously is on request, especially on special events, So I do Boyz In Heels performance. DJing as well is what I like, but not something that I would go for every day. Because if I do performance with Boyz In Heels, that's good enough. I'm good in a mic then.
What do you like to DJ? What genre?
Come, ako jiving. How? Yes. Le piano ya tsena, but I can hardly DJ khona go starta ka BPM ko tlase or let's say piano.
Yes.
Be ba betsa ka few
massaging
piano.
Them
o bore
too.
Bakarinyana.
Yes.
O mama massage o bari afrotekinyana
and
then o bore kom or o bore house. By the time o tswa mo setting ka awara, o ba jivile man. Hai ba jivile man. Hai ba utlwa go jojo. O re startile fatshe, arisa all the way to the roof.
That's amazing. But you prefer being on stage, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, I would also prefer you on stage. I would be like,
come and dance for us. Exactly. So the reason, and I'm going to be honest with you, because when I started DJing, I thought people will still enjoy me behind the decks. But until, fans will tell you what they want and what they expect. So my friends were like, you're a good DJ, it's okay, but we've got people who are doing that already.
See your
so
outfit.
we want to see your outfit, we want to see your shoes.
You want to see
your dance moves today.
Yes.
Exactly, because that's the energy I possess, and that is exactly what people know me for. So, yeah.
Okay, you I can see your impact in the industry. I'd love to speak to you for like an hour and still, learn. And I'm so, I think, starstruck more than anything. The fact that your dad was my teacher. I'm like, dude. But yeah, man, it must have been difficult also, like, just to try and reintroduce your image when certain people used to, like, you used to do things pro bono for them, and now you're like, now I want to charge you this much. Was it that challenging for you?
Not challenging at all.
Yeah.
Masego, the time I started charging, people like accepted.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was not. It's not too much. It's a reasonable rate. But all that I'm saying is, in the industry, people like negotiating down. If you know, so you tell people I want an X amount, they'll be like, "Hey, we had a budget. We did a Y amount." But now I get like an X amount. Well, first of all, he has done it for us for free. He has done it so well. We have nothing against him. He deserves it. Then they ask, unless if I haven't worked with you before, but also because of what you see on my social, because of what you've heard, because of what you've probably seen yourself at any other event that you've attended where I was working as well. Then you get to see why this person is charging this amount. And of course, like I said, you will just be like, let's go. Approved.
Yes.
Confirmed.
Money not wasted at all.
There. Let's go.
Okay, your future plans. What do you plan? We were just talking about you being on radio. I see you there. But where do you want to go? Where are we going? You hosting events. You are obviously making education fashionable. You are breaking boundaries. But are we seeing you on TV? Are we seeing you on
Maybe
radio?
TV. Radio hake sure.
Why are you not sure about radio?
Hake sure. Mari, you know what? I always believe gore ntho enngwe le enngwe e na le nako. Everything has its own time. And I don't believe in coincidence, by the way. I believe in fate. Whatever that happens, happens for a reason. So for me to be here today, it was not a mistake. It was part of the plan. It was in the books of my life. It was scripted. God said, on this day, on this particular time, you're going to meet Masego and you'll be doing this interview. So if I were to walk out here and I trip and fall, I know it will be like, but I always console myself. You know what I'm saying? If not now, when? If not me, who? So to answer your question, I will never limit myself.
Whatever goes or comes first, you are.
And if it is meant for me, it will come effortlessly. If I'm meant to be on radio, I will be. It's just a matter of time.
Okay, colleague, I'm hoping to see you soon.
You know what I'm saying? So, and at that time, it will make so much sense. Right now, because it's something that it's an idea I haven't conceived, right? It's an idea that I haven't imagined myself. Well, I have imagined myself, to be honest, but not so soon or not now. Because also, I don't have so much exposure perhaps when it comes to radio. Yeah, I'm saying exposure, radio, experience wise,
I was about
how
to
it works. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. No, exposure of brand is there. My brand is known. But all that I'm saying is because I haven't seen myself behind a mic at radio. It is 9 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. This is the Drive Show. It's your girl Lebo Molax. Blah 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 blah.
Link us on.
Link us on. You know, we're taking calls 0123445. Mogaetso re tla go bona e re titi pote. What's that?
You can't say titi pote.
Yeah, re titi pote.
Twasa, how you doing?
How you doing, baby?
Okay, you amazing, man. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, we have run out of time. I would have loved to play a game with you.
Okay.
But hopefully to have him again, Perrin, and Dale. Yes. But for now, I want to say thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for honoring this. And I want to wish you the best. And I hope to see you on TV. I don't care when, but I'm definitely sure you're going to be there.
When the time is right. And you will text me. When the time is right. Now I see. Yes. Because, sorry, I don't know. I'm not sure if we still have time. But just to mention
this. You have 2 seconds.
Yes. Done. Dum.
You have like 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes.
So, Nana, mu industry something you rush, you crush. We've got artists, we've got celebrities, fame in the industry, and today we don't know where they are.
True.
We still have those. Overnight. Fame, everything. Habadule banale plan saturate the industry. I'm one person who will never rush or force things because I believe in my brand. I'll tell you, there's somebody who knows me today and who has known me maybe 5-6 years ago. They've seen progress and they might think it's too slow. But by the day, or rather by the time I get to hit my ceiling, you will understand why I was taking things slowly.
The power of the long game.
Every step of the way must mean something to me. Every print that I leave, I must be able to tell a story. I'm not going to be in a rush. And I'm not saying it's not yet my time to be on TV. No. I'm not justifying. But why justify TV? Hey, the opportunity.
Yes.
The opportunities at TV.
Yeah.
From reality shows to presenting.
I can actually see you on reality show. Yes.
The reality show.
Yeah. It's not the right time.
Let me do it at the right time. And let me do it right. Wait to half flash.
Yes.
I'm giving people half of what I know they deserve simply because I don't have the means and the resources and the time.
It's also painful for you when you
It's gonna
watch
be
it. You're like, I could have done better than this.
You imagine kids on TV, kids go, I didn't give them my all.
Yes.
I don't like it. So the time let me do it rightfully.
Yes. Okay, cool. Your message, I want you to think of the young boy in either Mafikeng, Limpopo, KZN. Not really embarrassed, but not wanting to be themselves because a lot of people are putting this stigma around the LGBTQI plus community. And sometimes, unfortunately, you might be lucky that your mom were like, and your grandparents were like, you know what, you can be yourself and whatever. Some young boys or young girls out there have parents who even like disown them and be like, listen, if you ever, as my boy and wear heels, you are not my son, don't ever walk in that door. Do you know what I mean? Your message to that young person right now. Your message to depart.
First of all, I thank you so much. I think, and this doesn't just go to any other small boy, but it can also apply to anybody. In life, if you accept who you are, when it starts with you, if you accept who you are, it's easier for the world to adjust.
Yes.
The world will adjust. You teach people how to treat you. You teach people how to live with you. How they take it is up to them. You know why? Because this is your life. You are not going to pretend and you are not going to live a lie to impress somebody who is living their truth. I'm going to repeat. You are not going to go out of your way to live something or the life that somebody else expects of you whilst they are living 100% truth. You're not going to do that. Life is too short. When you die tomorrow, we talk about you for a week and you are done. You are gone. We focus on something else. Now imagine if you are dead. I don't know if you're going to hell or heaven, but yeah, wherever you are going, you realize you are living a lie and you left people on earth that are living their truth. How would you feel? So my advice to you is accept who you are. Be confident enough. Believe in yourself. Put your foot on the ground. Stand for yourself and say, I am what I am, and you will like me for who I am.
If you don't,
move out of my way. Because I've got a long journey.
Get out of the way. I think that is exactly
simple.
Thank you so much for watching this. I'm coming back again with another episode. Love you. Mwah.
Dumelang.
Yeah.